people weren't launching makeup. I know it was only 6 years ago, but people weren't launching makeup the way they are now.
No.
Oh,
and we're just used to it now. It's like,
this whole conversation is so weird to me. It's almost like they're acting like makeup didn't exist before they came along. Is anybody else getting that vibe? Because that's definitely what it's given me. And we all know that that's just not the case. I know that they would like to think that they invented the wheel, but you did it.
This girl is so pure and so holy that it's just like, I was like, it's just like a breath of fresh air.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. And this one is going to be a continuation of my last one. You guys really surprised me with that. We liked it, so I'm going to continue that. There was a lot that I left out of that video that I didn't react to, and I didn't think that you guys would be interested in. So that's what this video is going to be. We're going to go back and react to the last like 30-40 minutes of that.
Hey guys, welcome back to Full Coverage, your favorite podcast with your hosts, Manny MUA and
Laura Lee.
I can't promise you that I will be able to sit through the full thing. Like I said in the last one, it was kind of like torture, but it was also kind of funny to see what they were going to lie about, because you know they're going to tell stories and there's a lot of revisionist history going on, and I'm here to check them on that.
which guru's 2019 lipstick launch was dragged for having bumps and hairs.
Bumps?
So that is what this video is going to be, but before we jump into the rest of it, here's a word from today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan.
Imagine this. Suddenly you're in a life-altering car crash and your world is turned upside down. You're dealing with medical bills, lost wages, and pain, while insurance companies lowball you and offer you pennies for your suffering. You try to fight back, but you're up against corporate legal teams with deep pockets. And that's where today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, with over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. Here are some things to consider. Morgan & Morgan recovered $12 million in Florida, stated to be 34 times what the insurance offered, and in Philadelphia secured $26 million, which is said to be 40 times the insurance best offer. And for those seriously hurt, they suggest injuries could be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan has modernized the injury law process. You can submit a claim, communicate with the legal team, all from your smartphone. And the fee is absolutely free unless you win. They've recovered over $20 billion for clients. All law firms are not the same. They're the biggest because they win a lot. The process to sign up is very simple. You sign up and Morgan & Morgan takes it from there. Their attorneys equipped with experience and technology will fight for your rights if you become their client, so you can focus on recovery. And they offer support with their team, all accessible right at your fingertips. For those of you that have been hurt, you can visit forthepeople.com/Dustin for more information. Because when you're hurt, remember, Morgan & Morgan is for the people.
No, what I was going to say is that I get this comment all the time, how if those lipsticks were to launch now, 2025, the difference of how that would go down versus what happened in 2019.
Well, there's living proof because it literally happened to Hailey Bieber. It literally happened, and they said,
the peptides?
yeah, would they had the grainy thing because it didn't melt down the formula correctly, so there were lumps and bumps in the peptides.
So I gifted Tay Lautner a bunch of makeup for, it was her birthday, right? And when I was just...
I like how they just try to explain away what actually happened. There was a lot of people that had issues, and let's not just skate past the fact that there was allegedly a dog in this lab. If you want to go and look, all the videos are still out there. Allegedly, there was a dog in the lab where all this stuff was being made. When Jaclyn Hill filmed that video of her in the lab with her hair pulled back, it was a whole thing. If you know, you know. So that's a big part that they're leaving out here. There was a bunch of allegations. It wasn't just people having lipsticks that had maybe mold or whatever in it. There was a lot going on.
Was just up at their summer home, she comes out and goes, have you seen this? And showed me one of her blush sticks, and it's covered in little bumps. It looks,
I didn't know that.
Looks just like my lipsticks
The
did.
formula wasn't melted.
It looks just like my lipsticks did. And she's like, I think of you every single time I use it. And I'm like, she rolled it up and the whole sides of it looked just like my lipsticks. And I was like, oh my God. And this is a
I love it because she's saying that in the most endearing way. She's like,
I think of you every time.
And you're like,
yeah, it would just be handled so different. I also just think that like at that time, people weren't launching makeup. I know it was only 6 years ago, but people weren't launching makeup the way they are now.
No.
And we're just used to it now. It's like,
This whole conversation is so weird to me. It's almost like they're acting like makeup didn't exist before they came along. Is anybody else getting that vibe? Because that's definitely what it's given me. And we all know that that's just not the case. I know that they would like to think that they invented the wheel, but you did it.
because of your situation, I think that people now we're kind of like, oh, the formula was melted down. Like it almost like needs to happen, needed to happen where people have become slightly more logical in those kinds of things. Because even during the road peptide thing, people were annoyed by it, but they were like, oh, it's because it's not like they were actually having explanations for it.
I also think that the way I handled it was just so terrible. And I think that ruffled so many feathers that like still to this day, people are like, it's not even about the lipsticks, it's about the way you handled it.
Right.
And I hate to be this person, but like I was not trained to handle something like that. I was also
None of us were. What do you
guys, I still tutor.
Oh my God, Laura's like,
I'm like,
really?
Also,
when your body's lit on fire, it's really hard to logically be like, oh, okay.
Hard,
I see why this is upsetting. Let me handle this with grace. You know, it's hard.
And when you really look at our lives, like I'm not trying to say that I'm like some uneducated bum, but also like I don't have a college degree. I barely have a high school degree. I got a GED when I was.
Now, who else, let's get a show of hands in the comments, was around for Jaclyn Hill when she said that she was going to launch these lipsticks? And the first year came, and then the second year came, and then the third year came, and she kept teasing all this stuff. I've made videos about it before, several videos actually, where she said that it was going to be nothing but her money, and she was going to be the only person financing this brand. She had years upon years and years to get this right, and that's what she's really not saying here. There were so many people that were really looking forward to this makeup that wanted to see her succeed, and I think that she also talks about it in a way like people wanted to see her fail. Does that make sense? And while we're talking about makeup fuck-ups, does anybody remember when Manny launched his first palette? I believe it was Life's a Drag. All those people that paid with PayPal ended up not getting charged, and he had to go online and basically beg everyone to pay for the palette that they shipped out that wasn't paid for. Yeah. Manny don't bring that up either, and I just found that really interesting.
I think I graduated when I was 15 or 16 years old. I got my GED, okay? I was a baby, went to one semester of college, broke as shit on food stamps, moving from state to state, living on couch to couch with my husband at the time, start recording videos, and poof, all of a sudden, millions of dollars are coming in, millions of subscribers are coming in, and I'm putting out launches where hundreds of thousands and millions of units are being sold, and it's like, you're not handling this the right way. And I'm like,
of course not. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Like, that's not even me playing victim. It's just like, I wasn't set up for success in that way.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You knew what you were supposed to do when you took that money, when you wanted to be a big boy and you wanted to start your own brand. You knew. You take that on as a brand owner, you know that there's going to be some things that might just not go your way as a brand owner, okay? But for Jaclyn Hill specifically to have problem with launch after launch after launch, whose luck is statistically that bad? I really almost feel like that's part of her brand image at this point, and that's something that she builds her brand around. Like, if she can have a scandal, she knows that she can sell things. Look at Michaela Nogueira. I feel like she's really copied her.
A lot of us older ones, like from our era, were not, like, we did not do that.
Also, we were all very young. We were not 45-year-olds that had a ton of life experience. We were also young people in the perspective of life.
Yes.
We were young and we were handling things that were way bigger than us.
And the only person that I had in my life to truly give me guidance because of what they had been through was Linda, who's the founder of Morphe. And I just didn't listen to her, period.
Right.
She's like, refund everybody now and just apologize. And that's it. And I tried to do that, but then I shut down all my social media accounts for 30 days. I did not behave the way a CEO and a founder should behave. Period. Period. I did not. I ran away, and like, that's the truth. And that's where I take fault. But as far as my actual lips,
at least there's a little bit of self-awareness there. I'm going to give Jaclyn Hill that. Like, for her to be able to acknowledge what she did was wrong, because in that moment, she was getting a lot of heat for it, and rightfully so. She deserved it. Like, at least she can come on here and acknowledge that now. That's why her Twitter doesn't exist anymore, in my opinion, at least, because it got her in too much trouble. She was popping off on people all the time on Twitter. That was a big source of anxiety for her, I believe.
Like, that would not be handled now the way it was.
No, and I actually don't think that the industry would handle it the way it was.
Well, nowadays we wouldn't refund. Nowadays we would be like, listen, like, on the back end we can see that it's 2% that are defective, and like, that's industry standard. So if you want a refund, email us and we'll refund you.
Yes.
But we wouldn't have refunded.
The main problem was your relevancy, because if this happened to a smaller creator that came out with the exact same problem, it wouldn't have blown up the way it did. It was your relevancy
That's why I told you. I told you guys this a couple months ago. I'm obsessed with where I am right now.
Yo, girl.
You're still very relevant. Careful.
Not too much. Not too much. But it's true. No, it's true.
But we're in such good places.
We are. We're in the golden years.
Yes. There's not as many eyes. It's not as much relevancy, but like it's still just
the golden years.
Yeah.
I really love how Laura just ages the fuck out of herself. Her golden years. Like, what is this? The fucking Golden Girls? Laura, you're like my age. You're like 37, 38. What? I don't understand why you want to do that. Like, you're a pioneer. Like, you're some kind of fucking old lady in the beauty community. They all do this. Why do they do that? It's just so strange and bizarre. It doesn't matter if you came up yesterday or if you came up the week before. Like, if you're relevant, you're relevant. It doesn't matter when you came up.
Okay, great. We're not going to read off the options.
No. But isn't that, the fact that chat chose us?
That's cute.
For chaos and laughs. And I'm like, what other combo is that? Like, that is us.
That's cute.
There's so much lore.
There is. But isn't that so sweet? That was
without
like, oh
our drama, we would just be the laughs, and that's anyone and everyone.
No.
There's it's
actually
the chaos.
not everyone.
It's
Actually,
so
that's
true.
not everyone. There's a lot of people that are not funny. Actually,
you know what? No one's
shade.
funny. No one's funny.
Actually, no shade to a lot of
you
people.
know what?
They're actually
no
not
one's
funny.
We're so
Especially in our industry, I'm like, you're actually really boring. No shade.
Leave that in there.
No shade, all shade.
No shade, all tea.
All tea.
All tea.
No shade, all tea.
All
Laura,
tea, honey.
that part.
Oh, yeah, no, that part.
Because some people think they're really funny and they're actually not.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to get myself canceled again.
I'm like,
it's us three in the thumbnail again. 3 brain cells.
Mm-hmm.
Which of these James Charles projects was a YouTube series that he invited other influencers and celebrities to do their makeup while I asked them questions? It was like his YouTube series that YouTube gave him. Mm-hmm. Was it James Charles, The Makeup Masterclass, Sisters, Get Ready With Me,
No.
Beauty Battles, or Instant Influencer?
Instant Influencer.
Yep.
Bitch, I watched the whole thing.
I
when
did
that came
too.
out,
That was
I
good.
watched the entire thing.
It was good.
I was so impressed by him.
It was like his YouTube original.
Yes.
There was nobody like him.
No.
Because he was like, I mean, he's obviously such a hardworking person.
Yes.
But at the time, because of how his age as well, to do the things that he's done at the age.
I love how they can talk about all the good things that James Charles has done, but Manny, Laura, or Jaclyn Hill can never talk about the bad things that he's done. And I don't know if it was in the first part or if it's going to be in this part of the video where they talked about Bye Sister and how that was like their Super Bowl. But I found that to be very weird and strange for people that don't like drama, for people that don't like drama channels.
Because me and Linda are such good friends. When Linda was still running Morphe and he was in collab with them, he would come up with ideas and I'd be like things that he would do for his palette. And I'd be like, he's willing to do all of that. Like just the concepts that he would have is just so much of his work and time that he
With
was
James,
putting
the
into
sky is truly the limit for him.
Yeah.
You know, he's just
so
one of those people who don't see a top. Like he's like, the sky's the limit and he will go for it every single time.
That might be the most accurate thing Laura Lee has ever said. James Charles has never seen a top. And he probably never will in life.
And like you actually, you yearn to do those things, like to film for an entire weekend, like come out with one thing.
That's
and I'm like, I don't yearn for that.
I know.
So I'm like, wow, you impress me with that.
Like one makeup video
for a week.
Days.
Just one.
And that always gagged me. And it still gags me to say, because even with painting, you'll come out with these, concepts in these videos. I'm like,
I know.
Like it's a whole movie.
It's a movie. I'm like, I know you spent a coin on that, bitch.
I know.
Coin. Okay, this is an interesting one.
Okay. This one cracked me up, so I had to screenshot it. What was the name of Laura Lee's first eyeshadow palette when she launched her collection?
Oh my!
I didn't think you were gonna know.
You have a vault.
I was not.
You have a vault.
It. Of course I know.
God.
That palette is like still iconic.
When I say somebody's fake, that's what I mean. This clip right here perfectly displays what fake is.
It is. People message me about it all the time. They're like, I'm still using cats, babe.
It's a good palette.
It's a good palette. It was hideous.
The quality was insane.
Hideous. But I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even have a graphic designer.
At least you didn't have hairs crawling out of it.
It was cat hair, actually.
It was good.
Cat's hair. Cat hair like that. It's one of the ingredients, guys.
You know what?
That's why I call it cat's pajamas.
It's literally in the name.
It's in the name.
I'm going to count my blessings right now.
You know what?
It was a disaster in its own way, but the color palette was correct.
It was. And the quality,
especially for the year that it came out.
It was good.
Thank you.
The whole thing was like really good. The quality was absolutely fucking insane. I still have mine. So
I guess this person's an influencer, but she's not technically a beauty guru. Anyways, which beauty guru is known for popularizing baking makeup technique where let the powder set? Is it Jeffree Star, Tati Westbrook, Kim Kardashian, or Laura Lee?
It's definitely Kim Kardashian.
Right? But I was like, that's so
shit.
She posted that picture of...
He's over here. Laura Lee, without a shadow of a doubt, Laura Lee. The banana Ben 9.
Banana by Ben 9. It's because Mario baked her to filth. And then she posted a selfie.
Do you know I had yellow under eyes for like 3 years because of that?
Yes, I do know. I as well. Yes. Oh, the banana powder went hard. It's so weird because now the idea of putting bright yellow
I would
my
freak
eyes,
out.
I'm like, well, I can't leave the house.
No.
Like, and actually pink corrects more.
Yeah, no,
like a baby pink would correct
of our
more.
complexion,
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. It's our tone. And we just, it's so funny. We've like really lived in the era of people learning makeup.
Which is so cool to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was also learning along the way as I'm teaching.
Yes.
I'm learning and teaching at the same time.
It's so wild.
Which is
such
so
a cool
insane.
time to be alive.
This is so bizarre to me. I swear, it's almost like they think that they invented makeup. Like they invented makeup tutorials. Like there was not makeup tutorial videos back in the day on VHS. That was a thing. That existed. It maybe wasn't in the package in the form of social media, but that kind of thing did exist.
Brenda, what I'm going to do is start today by using a little bit of concealer to help you soften the facial area that may be a little darker or discolored. And then we're going to talk about your day radiance. And I'll have you do part of the makeup as I do it first. All right?
It's just weird. It's like they live in their own world.
Live and just like experience everyone learning makeup.
Yeah.
And do you know what's funny? I feel like I've been seeing just randomly recently people like explaining things like how, as if we used to do like 10 years ago on TikTok. And I'm like,
I think it's because they're explaining it to a new generation.
Yes. So they're explaining it just in a different way on a different platform. And I'm like, oh, don't people already know this? But like, our people that grew up with us know this. But
the
there's
new
different generations that have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
I know.
Which I think is so fascinating. So I'm like, oh my God, it's like almost like resets itself.
I know. And I think I forget about that all the time. People will be like, I need help learning how to apply blush. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like there's millions and millions of videos out there teaching you how to apply blush, but people want new, fresh content that was filmed this week, teaching them how to do it.
And that's what they're interested in. Yep.
And that's why this career just goes on and on and on and on.
And there's different techniques that always happen. Things always start.
I'm like, you could go back and watch a video of mine that teaches you that from 6 years ago. And it's like, oh, well, that doesn't apply anymore, even though I'm doing it the same.
It's the exact same. Yeah.
Yep.
They want it now.
Same for me.
You can refilm the same video like every 6 months.
Absolutely.
And then watch.
And I do.
This is something I believe Jaclyn Hill is actually telling the truth about. She's saying that you can post the same video every 6 months. I believe that because she tried to sell the same product every 6 months. It was like repackaged, same product. But people still bought it.
And I do.
Which guru coined the term power of makeup?
Nikki.
Okay, I was like, do you need options or do we know?
And then when she did it on Kim,
oh my God.
Iconic. I was more excited for that than I was to film with Kim myself. Also, I would like to take this time.
Let's open this.
Like start the elevator music. Quick interruption, okay? Because my video with Kim seems to go viral like once every 2 years.
I told Manny I just saw it. I was like, Manny, Kim. I was like, Manny, Jaclyn's Kim's videos go viral right now.
And I'm like,
it resurfaces. I know. Truly, don't even get me started. First of all, okay, let me just say something. I don't think I've ever actually said this before. Okay. I was the first person to ever film with Kim, ever. When her team reached out to me, I thought it was a sick joke. And they're like, no, we're serious. And they're like, we want you to film tomorrow. And I was like, oh. And I happened to be in LA when I got that email. And I thought it was a joke literally leading up to the experience. She had her spray tanner. She sent her spray tanner to come spray me.
No.
I was like, wait, are you like, this is not real. This is not real. I walked in and she was just so normal. And she's just like, hey girl. She starts taking off her makeup with a Neutrogena wipe and we're talking about filming. I am literally uncontrollably shaking. She's at the peak of her career. I'm at the peak of mine.
I'd be trembling.
two very different peaks. Nobody I knew had met her at this point, right? Now she's very accessible.
Yeah.
Right? Like now it's like we've all been in the same room as her. We've all been to her events. We've all met her. We've all kikied. Like she likes my pictures. We'll DM from time to time. It's like she's accessible. I sat next to her at Nobu a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's here. She's out. She's present.
Yes.
In this era, that is not. She was like this untouchable. Like it was just so crazy. And no one I knew had met her, and I am uncontrollably shaking. And she's like, you're the first.
Do you guys know that there's a whole conspiracy theory about how Jaclyn Hill modeled her career after Kim Kardashian? I didn't even know all this stuff, but apparently there used to be a thing called Jaclyn's Closet. On this account, they would post every single thing that Jaclyn Hill would wear, where to buy it from, how to buy it, and how much it costs. And that apparently was the same thing that the Kardashians were doing. So I don't believe that it's too far-fetched. There's a whole Reddit about it, you guys. If you want me to make a video about it one day, I will do that because it is very interesting.
I was the first person to have that moment with her.
Right. So everybody, so you were the blueprint. So everybody else that got to do it got to watch you, and they got to correct, and they got to set themselves up for success.
And then Patrick did it, and Desi did it, and Nikki did it.
It's just so bizarre to me how Jaclyn Hill almost like keeps a tally of all the people that did the same things as her. Like, at this point, I would really like to know if she's taken notes on how many times Michaela Nogueira has copied her. And I think that's where I'm going to stop, you guys. But of course, I want to know what your thoughts and opinions on this podcast are. Do you find this entertaining? Did you learn anything that you didn't know about the beauty space from Manny, Laura, or Jaclyn? I just feel like there are a bunch of people that like to take notes and compare what they did versus what other people are doing. We've seen that time and time and time again with Laura and Manny specifically. When I've talked about them in videos on my channel, they love to talk about how they were the first or how they were the front runner in the beauty space and how they've been around for so long. And I just feel like when you have that mentality, if you lead with that, it just comes across as gross, because I could do the same thing. I could get on here and be like, you know what, I've been a drama channel for 10 years. There should be no new drama channels. Or I could look down on other people that make content the same way I do, but you know what that would make me? A hypocrite. And that's how I feel when I see them throwing shade at people like me or other people that make content just like them. It's just weird. But with that said, you guys, I'm gonna go. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. And if you have the hype button and you would like to hype this video, please do that as well. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.